Congressional Progressive Caucus co-chair Pramila Jayapal, DWASH, introduced legislation Friday to repeal their pay-as-you-go law that mandates spending cuts or tax hikes to pay for new entitlement benefits, aiming to ease the path for enacting major new government programs. Senator Elizabeth Warren, D-Mass, and former Rep. Trade Gowdy sparred over Twitter on Friday about the latter's motives for retiring from Congress. "We disturbingly have our first member of Congress to publicly support a one-state solution to the Israel-Palestine conflict. To be abundantly clear, a one-state solution inevitably leads to the gradual genocide of the Jewish people. It's an unequivocally racist proposal. The enemy of my enemy might be my friend, but what if the enemy of my enemy isn't that good at being the enemy of my enemy? And simultaneously, that the enemy of my enemy is also the enemy of my friend. Walking to the nearest vending machine can be so exhausting to the average college student." House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said Friday that she plans to resurrect something similar to the failed cap-and-trade bill that the House passed nearly a decade ago, but that the Senate couldn't muster the votes to pass. Unfortunately for the excitable freshman Democrats, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, D. Caliph, is the one calling the shots. Cute as their demands that President Trump be impeached look like they're going nowhere because of her. Whether or not Trump taps Jim Webb to serve as defense secretary, both Republicans and Democrats should take his advice to heart. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi did not rule out the idea of impeaching President Trump when the two met at the White House Friday, according to Anita Pelosi. President Trump's administration has no timeline for the withdrawal of U.S. forces from Syria, according to the State Department. Senate Republican leaders missed a Rose Garden press conference with President Trump on the government shutdown because they didn't know it was happening, a Senate GOP aide said Friday. The Pentagon confirmed Friday that Jamal al-Badawi, an al-Qaeda operative the U.S. believes was involved with the USS Cole bombing in 2000, was targeted in a recent precision strike. But it remains uncertain if al-Badawi was killed in the strike. President Trump declared on Friday that he would consider using emergency powers to build a border wall if he can't get the project financed through Congress. But doing so would set a dangerous precedent. A top official at the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has resigned her position after less than 3 months on the job. President Trump said Friday that the freshman Democrat who called him a motherfucker dishonored her family and disrespected the United States. Such an astonishingly broad hack of hundreds of German officials and celebrities would normally indicate a state actor with significant technical capability. But the fact that the contacts and messages of those targeted were not held by German government servers means that we cannot take state actor involvement for granted. As I see it, considering capability and intent, 5 possible culprits stand out as most likely here. Note that, as of 18 hours since the publication of the attack, the Five Alliance of Western Intelligence Services has not yet identified a culprit.